Stepping up, he'll try and run. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here comes Rager. 54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Down and well.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
No score after one on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Forced out to his left. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He's across midfield.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Gain of 23 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
The ball carrier.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
First down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 18
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the second quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson, and complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
7-yard pickup.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones. And his pass incomplete.
Jones pass.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. And Tate's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
The ball carrier.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Flush to his right. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Good for a Giant.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now Lewis here on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Dion Lewis.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
At the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
4-yard line.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
On the play.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2nd and 14. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well. and popped it free from his grasp.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Logan Ryan on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range. Gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
4-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
A gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Golden Tate.
Jalen Mills in on the stop.
Jalen Mills on
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. From the 10, 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. So we have a score to report after all. How about this?
Whoa. Stop the press. Yeah, I know. I just broke broadcasting 101. I cut in on my play-by-play guy. But think about it this way. Marvin, our crack researcher, just handed us a note. We haven't had a scoreless tie in the NFL since 1943. 43.
And we will not have history here in this one, partner. Our first points of the game come in the fourth quarter.
I don't think that either one of us saw this game unfolding this way when it all began.
No, absolutely not. But, hey, now it's still just a one-score game, so don't go anywhere. A lot more to play for. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Jackson on 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is. Ends up throwing the interception.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Today's final score.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun.